Like, bruh,
What
let
are
us in, man.
they? Yeah, yeah. Hey, stop gatekeeping. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, stop gatekeeping.
Yeah.
I will tell you this though. There's only one weak point to this anime, and I could be ridiculed. I don't care. I don't know what Pokemon is really. Like, I pretend to know what Pokemon is
Yeah.
because it's such a big thing right now. Everybody's like trading cards and freaking explosions,
Oh yeah.
lightning bolts,
Lightning bolts, fire, water,
little baby puppies,
little baby puppies, plants.
plants, little fight of trying to like I have it in my mind. Now let's put it on paper, and then you put it on paper. And you're like, that's straight up garbage.
That's garbage.
That's garbage. This is not.
Yeah.
This is somebody. All right.
All right. Here we go. All-devouring will.
Okay.
Going first. All right. Drink. All right. Morning voice here in 3, 2, and 1. Hey everybody, welcome back to Anime Me Pod. It's me, joined with co-host Sal, and we are bringing you some more hot anime for the summertime, guys.
Yo, it doesn't get any hotter, bro. We're in Texas. I'm, out and
Good.
about.
I
It
don't
may
know.
look
Yeah.
different a little bit. Let me guarantee you,
It's
it
hot.
is still hotter. It's hotter than July. And right now what are we in right now,
Yeah.
Joe? Are we
We
in June?
are June, the last one of June.
Still hotter than July.
Yeah.
Still hotter than July
Still
for this
hotter.
piece, man. Like, and you know what? The humidity level is at 85 where I am.
Oh yeah.
And if we get 15% more humidity, I'm gonna be
Yeah.
swimming outside in boiling hot water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It'll be 100% humidity,
100%.
swimming, bro.
Which one thing I don't get
But that's not what we're talking
why
about.
we
Go ahead.
why we did the time change, because 4th of July I think is, what is it? Is it this weekend? It's Friday. Yeah, 4th of July is gonna be
Yeah,
Friday,
yeah.
and the sun doesn't go down till what now? Like what? 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock,
9:05, yeah.
and it's all like, oh man, it's no time for fireworks. Not enough time for fireworks. You only got like 2 hours for fireworks. That's it.
Yeah. Then you're asleep. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like the sun goes down at 9 o'clock. I go down at 10 o'clock. Come on now, dog.
Come on.
By the way, Anime Me is a podcast where we show you how to love and watch anime one episode at a time every Monday, first episode at a time,
Every Monday,
everywhere,
everywhere you watch
everywhere.
us, listen to us,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, all that good stuff. And today,
And I
and
got
you
my Luffy hat on.
Thousand is One Piece face, got the Luffy hat going,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
got it all going. But today we're doing
Because we
something
got we
different.
got a special one.
We got a special one. Today we doing something
Go for it.
different. We doing some all-devouring whales.
Okay. You don't have to disguise it because I know what's going on here. Okay. Okay. I don't know what's going on here, but I know a little bit about what's going on here because look at this. I don't know if the
Look
camera can pick it up. I got chills, bro. I mean,
at this. They
holy
multiply it.
crap. Dude, the the all-devouring well. Let me, you know what? Before we get started, let me give us a poorly read
Synopsis.
synopsis.
Let's go for it.
First time reading it. I like to do this live on here so that we
Yeah.
can judge me. And by the way, it's early in the morning, so
Yeah.
we're gonna sound a certain way.
Get that morning radio.
Got that morning radio voice. Fen Lingzhao is a gifted spirit pet master in Lingzhao sect, but he's stabbed in the back at the competition between top sex and devoured by his own spirit pet whale, Coon. He wakes up to find that he's become Li Feng Mang, a teenager held in the cell of Bai's residence. At the same time, Ling Zhao's sect is on the verge of collapse. In order to find out the truth of being devoured by his own spirit pet and revive his sect, Fan Lingzhao leads his existing spirit pets together with Guling, Chengxi, and Yu Tang on a new adventure. Good Lord, that may have been the hardest I've ever read. I'm like, I'm that kid that old Billy Madison was making
Yeah.
fun of on that show. It was
Yeah.
a tough read. You
Tough
know what? And
read.
and here's the thing that I feel bad about is that this show deserves a better reading of a synopsis because holy crap, Joe Angel,
Dude,
like, dude,
top tier animation.
top tier. Like, I don't know, and we'll talk about it here in a second.
Yeah.
But what it feels like to me is, let's see here, China has like 3 billion, no, wait, is that 3 billion people? I feel like
It's like half the world's population almost.
half the world, they have half the, I'm gonna go ahead and say 6 billion people because there's 3 billion people working on this anime. I am
Yeah.
not joking. There are at least 3 billion people. One person working on ankle
One
bone drawings. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Just like
Everybody gets a piece of the body.
yeah, yeah, you're in charge of fingers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like they're getting the most like this is
Mm.
I knew this was a Chinese anime. Like I knew, and I think maybe we had sent this trailer to each other,
I think
or
so,
either you
yeah.
sent it to me or whatever it
Yeah.
was. It was in the algorithm,
Yeah.
like as a this is coming. And I watched the trailer and I go, holy crap, this is gonna be amazing. And then I watched the show and I'm like, you know, like during trailers, you watch a trailer and you go, "Oh, they're just putting all the good parts in the trailer."
Yeah.
They did not just put all the good parts in the trailer. They had so much more. It was everything. It was like
Oh yeah.
the I'm watching it, I'm thinking, somebody's been reading my diary, bro, and they're giving me everything I want. China has figured out a way to like incept
Yeah.
your mind
Yeah.
with all the algorithm, and they're like, you know what Joe Angel wants? He wants flying animals
Animals.
and freaking explosions,
Oh yeah.
lightning bolts,
Lightning bolts, fire,
l-
water,
little baby puppies,
little baby puppies, plants.
plants, little cute little plants. Man, I don't even know if I could read all my notes because I just like none of it makes any sense. I watched this show twice just because, not because I wanted, not because like for the podcast, just because I wanted to watch it again. I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta watch this again.
So good.
Holy crap, dude. The animation, the illustration is just top tier.
It's
It
like
is,
everything from the fight sequence, the movement, all even the background.
mhm.
Like the background is like amazingly done.
There is no cutting corners. You know, we feel this in anime, in Japanese traditional anime,
Yeah.
where they're doing drawings, and some of it are, and so you see it. Some of this
Yeah.
in here, there are some flat frames that they kind of do, like just like drawings, like just but they're like beautiful though. I like clocked a couple different like styles. Like I'm like, okay, that's watercolor. That looks like oil pastel. That looks like charcoal. That looks like pen and ink. You know, like I clocked all these different styles of like some
Yeah.
of these flat panel drawings, some of these frames, but they're doing it like they're almost not doing it to save time. You know, like in
Yeah.
Japan, they're doing it to kind of save time a little bit.
Yeah.
This is like, oh no, we're doing this
The-
as like it's part
To
of the
give.
artistry and
Yeah.
part of the. it is. There's not there isn't anything that's not animated, like hardly, you know.
Yeah.
Like they're not cutting like sometimes you'll even see it in some of the depending on what studio is doing in anime, regular traditional Japanese anime is they're like when they have some of the characters like far away, they'll
Yeah.
just kind of draw them like little real fast sketch,
Yeah,
you
real
know, just
fast
like
fish.
kind of
Or they're
quick.
just doing like a bunch of wide shots just to get the
Yeah.
audio,
Yeah.
like slow move, pan
Nah.
across. Yeah.
Not here, dude.
No.
Not here. This is like movie level production on one episode.
Yeah.
It is It is everything. This
The-
is what, and I don't know. You know what? Let's go ahead and get into it right now, Joe Angel.
yeah.
Is this the beginning of Chinese anime?
That's what it feels like, or at least like being like finally realized, I guess, or coming out in a bigger way, like how Japanese anime has been.
Hmm.
Like this one, like I said, I seen this in the algorithm, so I knew it was coming. And
Yeah.
then I watched it a while back. So Broke on Lib had like, "Hey, have you seen this?" It's like, "Yeah, I heard about it." So we watched it at their place. I think we watched like how far did we get? Because we watched another one too. I think we got like 2 episodes into
Okay.
this one and then started on another one. But yeah, even just those 2 episodes, I was like, "Yo, this is dope!" Like,
This is next level,
yeah,
dude.
next
Like,
level. I
is
had
this?
so many different like feels of it, of like other anime I've seen, like a culmination of
y-
it.
I was gonna say, like, did you? Because you've watched more of it. I've watched. Oh gosh, I need to put this on. Do not disturb. Oh snap, bro. Because I do not want to be disturbed. Okay. So like it's interesting because I'm like, I have even though I haven't been watching anime a long time, though I have watched a lot of anime, like different animes, like
Yeah,
just, and it's interesting because you can feel like they are you can feel like these Chinese developers are watching anime too, but they go, well, you know what? I like all these parts.
yeah.
Let's take all the cool parts that I
All the
love
good parts.
and yeah, like we're gonna get rid of some of this. Like they don't have, it didn't feel like they had some weird like inside Japanese
No,
jokes and cliches, right?
yeah,
The only thing I saw was probably like they did like a chibi kind of ish feel.
yeah. On
Did you
certain
remember
parts,
seeing that part of
yeah,
it?
yeah. That part, a little bit
So
of the
it's
fan
they
servicey part too.
very little bit,
Yeah,
yeah, but a little bit
minimum.
of it, and
Yeah,
also it is interesting. They also are like they also do like kind of their it's still the Japanese style,
yeah,
like bigger eyes, a little bit of colorful hair,
yeah,
like main character energy, general stuff.
yeah,
But it has this Chinese feel about it. It is weird. It is interesting that, because I don't know much about Chinese culture, but it just feels like, oh, this feels more Chinese. Like I don't
yeah,
even know why. Like, right? Did you feel like
yeah.
the music is a little bit more like clink clink clang,
Yeah, like the
clink clink
just the
clink?
design of like their clothes and stuff, like
Hmm.
even like
Hmm.
for the backgrounds, the architecture and stuff. Like it feels like even without listening to it, if you just watch it without the sound, you could tell like, oh yeah, this is a Chinese animation.
Yeah, it felt like that. It's just you
Yeah,
just feel the Chinese thumbprint on it
yeah,
in such like a beautiful way. Like there's there's a part where it feels like they're living on the side of a mountain,
yeah,
like a foresty mountain, and they ride off on some eagles, and I'm like,
yeah,
that feels familiar, but also it feels not so
yeah.
familiar. I did clock a part though, because I'm gonna call him LP because he
LP.
turns from LP
Yeah,
to LF.
yeah.
LF. LP to LF.
LF. Yeah,
LP is he comes in and he's like the G
yeah,
of this whole thing. You might have to explain some of this to me because I kind of like I watched it twice and I'm like, wait a second, what happened here? But he jumps on some eagles. He jumps on an eagle and he flies to some like battle.
mm,
Like it was, but it's gonna happen like a wrestling match
yeah,
in a staged area.
yeah.
Like
It was like a competition.
okay, it's a competition.
Yeah,
And then some lady stays back and she's like, I'm gonna make my mark too. You know, LP's out there making his
Yeah,
mark as like the greatest warrior, like
yeah,
Pokemon master,
yeah.
and I'm be back here cooking dinner. You know what I mean? And she was like,
I'm gonna
she's
do
like,
my
I'm gonna
part.
make my mark too. Yeah, I'm gonna do my part. And she's in the kitchen like, yeah, boy. I go, that's a traditional Chinese stuff right there. Uh, is this Pokemon? I don't know, Joe Angel. I'm gonna let it out there,
That out there.
and I could be ridiculed. I don't care. I don't know what Pokemon is really. Like, I pretend to know what Pokemon is
Yeah,
because it's such a big thing right now. Everybody's like trading cards. I've never really watched and played the games,
yeah.
but I know that you take a little ball and you
Mhm.
catch this animal out in the wild, and then you can like
Using the fight.
battle with it, and
Yeah,
then yeah, use in the fight, and then they get stronger,
yeah.
and you can upgrade them somehow for like maybe feeding them. Am I wrong? Is that right?
So you get like so basically it's like power ups. Like you get them up to a certain level and then they evolve. And some of them have two evolutions, some have three, some have one. Um, but yeah, it does feel kind of Pokemon esque. Uh,
Hmm.
to me, I got the Pokemon feeling with how they're using their sprites and their spiritual animals because I think that's what they call them, their spiritual pets.
Yeah.
Uh, but also felt a little bit of like Avatar: The Last Airbender because they had like
Okay. Yeah.
when they get to the competition, you had the guy doing the fire bending. LP was doing some water bending type stuff, so I was like,
Uh-huh,
"Oh,
uh-huh.
this is like Avatar right here."
That's what I thought too, man.
Yeah,
Like, and that's the thing that I'm thinking is like I'm telling you, these Chinese animators and producers were like, yo, everybody loves Pokemon
yeah,
and we all love Avatar.
yeah.
What if they had a baby
What if we
and
combined
we
them?
made it amazing?
Yeah,
Dude, that battle is so
yeah.
cool. Like the way they move,
Choreographed
like
it. Yeah, dude.
yes, the choreography and the framing and the way it's like like it's just enough different. You'll
Yeah,
watch the show, and if you didn't tell anybody that was this is Chinese, like say like a casual watcher, like person
yeah,
who's never say take like maybe my wife.
yeah,
If I showed her like a Japanese like anime that kind of
yeah,
felt like this, and then showed her this, she would be able to feel the difference, like
yeah,
the way it's like framed and the way they do the like movements
yeah,
in its framing, like, characters kind of flying through and all of that just feels just a little, it feels familiar, but like different enough for you to clock it to where you
yeah,
go, oh yeah, this is its
yeah,
own thing. They are taking their own spin on it. They are, they're
yeah,
doing that thing that China
yeah.
does so well where they go, hey,
Hey,
we like that. Let's
you
make it
like
our
that?
own. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's
do you
good,
like
but it
Nikes?
could be
Do you like
better.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah,
There's Jordan. You like
good. Yeah,
Jordans, right? The Jordan.
yeah,
But now, but now you got Jordan with a hat. You know what I'm
yeah. You
saying?
gotta
Like
do that.
you got a pair
Yeah,
of Jordan shoes, but they knock off.
yeah. So you say,
This is the best knockoff that China's ever produced. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where they do it. This is where they can, because I feel like back in the day, and I think it's still a thing, like when movie productions are making like all these Marvel movies, they're
yeah,
using Chinese like productions, right? I
yeah.
feel like
I
that's
think
what
so.
they like. You'll see all of the names.
Yeah, all the production
It make
associations and
I
stuff.
don't know. Is that Chinese or is that Japanese? I feel like it's Chinese or
I gotta go back and
uh,
watch them again.
y- yeah. I
Look
gotta
through.
go back and because I just remember thinking like, oh yeah, look at all those. They're not American names. Like these.
Yeah,
They're using a production company somewhere else. And I'm like,
yeah,
maybe they're using Chinese productions, and now they're like,
yeah.
hey, we need to stop doing stuff for everybody else and start doing our
Do our own
own
stuff.
thing.
Yeah.
I gotta stop harping on that part of it. Let's just talk about this show though. Um, what did I write down here? Oh yeah, I go. This Chinese anime is like, hold my beer, bro. Watch me do this. Watch me,
Yeah,
watch me
yeah.
work, dude. Dude, the sound engineering
Uh,
from, they have all those
yeah.
moments. Oh, I'm gonna call them. It's a Blom, the Blom moments.
The
There where it goes,
bomb. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like when that they're battling, it's a catfish versus a gorilla,
Yeah,
and lightning is, exploding, and the wind and the water and
yeah,
everything. There's fire. It's just it's really epic. It really is
oh,
pretty, and it starts fast too. Like it's the first
yeah.
episode, and they're like, "We're gonna
All
give
right,
you everything right
you give
now."
you a boss battle right off the bat. Uh,
Yeah, within 5 minutes, they're like,
yeah,
"Oh, what is this? What is this anime about?"
yeah.
And the anime is like, "I'll show you what
I'll show
I'm
you, man.
about, dog." You know, say like, let's see here. So, catfish are dangerous. I know this from living in the middle of Texas, and there's a lake nearby us
uh,
that will swallow an entire man. So
oh
this is based on
yeah,
probably based on a true story. It's based on a
true
true
story.
story, actually.
Dangerous but
True
tasty.
story. Oh yeah. There's only one
Yeah,
way to defeat a
yeah.
catfish,
Gotta
and
fry
that's
it
with
up.
lemon.
Yeah,
You gotta watch the bones.
yeah.
Watch the bones. You know what I'm saying? Like you get that's the only way to defeat a catfish.
Yeah.
I'm guessing so. I guess LP, and it said in the synopsis because I didn't really get that. Like I as I'm reading that, I'm like I didn't really. I got some of it. He is in this battle. He gets defeated. He loses control of his own catfish, and it devours him. But then he seems to have been reincarnated a year later. So a year later, a year has passed, and he's like, "All right, I gotta find out what happened to me." But
Hang on real
he's.
quick.
It seems like okay.
All right,
Is it
you
working?
back?
I'm here.
Is it working?
I
All
mean,
right.
I'm good.
I don't know what
Are
happened.
you good?
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Are we
On my
working?
end, it was like cutting in and out on yours, but it was still
Oh,
uploading.
weird.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, where did I leave off?
We were talking catfish was dangerous. Got into the fight. Uh,
LP reincarnated. Oh, this is
and
what I
then
was gonna ask you. Okay,
LP.
so
Yeah, LP. Yeah,
LP,
yeah. The reincarnation part.
yeah, LP dies. He comes back as somebody else. Does he gets caught by these he's at the water, and he looks in the water, and he sees that he's not himself. And then these guys come up on him. Did he get killed again, or did he just get knocked out and put in prison?
No, he just got knocked out because we get
Okay.
after he gets eliminated by his own fish, destroyed by his own
His own catfish.
creation. His own
He
catfish
got
got him.
catfished.
He got catfished.
LP gets
uh,
catfished, and
LP gets
like
catfished.
me, like me on Call
Yeah,
of Duty on C
yeah,
on COD, bro.
yeah,
He gets respawned into a new
yeah.
spot, and then is immediately like
Yeah,
destroyed. Like
immediately
you know
down,
what I'm saying?
immediately
He
down
gets
again.
yeah, yeah. You're in a new
Yeah.
part of the map, and then boom, you're surrounded.
Good. But
That's
yeah,
what
because we
happens.
get it's like a real
Oh,
quick
so
sequence of his like life going through,
yeah.
but there's a
Oh, dude,
scene. Yeah,
that flashback is
that whole
great.
scene right there, dude, amazing. Like
Amazing.
storyboarding, like anything you would
Oh,
see in a picture
so
book, like so
c-
good, man.
beautiful color,
Oh,
soft,
yeah.
like just they know artistry, and
Oh yeah,
that's what they're displaying here. Like, oh yeah,
yeah,
we know color and
yeah. We know.
theory and composition.
Yeah.
We know it all. So,
Who they made it? We did. We created
mhm,
it.
mhm, mhm.
But
And yeah, go ahead.
he so we get like a real quick scene towards the end of that where he's talking to uh some like guy who has a scroll, and he's telling him like, hey, this is it, like this is your respawn right here, but it seems kind of shady,
Yeah,
like it's in the underground somewhere. And so he's
yeah,
all like, somebody's gonna, but it seems like they kind of knew somebody was gonna stab him in the back. And so that's when we get LP to LF. He comes back in a
yeah.
new
He's now
bod,
LF. Mhm.
new skin. Uh, I guess the guy he
Less
responded in,
powerful.
less powerful. His fish is gone, and I guess the guy
Hmm.
he responded into has some troubles or was captured by the Bais, who were these mountain people, I think, or something like a
Okay, yeah. I think what I clocked this time is that he was on the run for having tried to poison
yeah,
like the Bai princess girl, and she's like, "I'm
yeah,
gonna take you." They get him, lock him up. They take him to her and go like, she's gonna enslave you or either,
yeah.
pronounce some sort of like thing over you, like you're gonna be in, her
Yeah.
new, boy toy or whatever it is, because he
Like
tried to
Mao
kill
Mao
her.
for the boy bush.
Yar. And they proceed to have the most epic battle because before
Yeah,
he goes to see her, he's like, "All right, what's going on? I've been killed. What can I need to conjure up some animals." And he can
yeah.
conjure these animals, but all he can do is this little bitty cutie little
Cactus.
palmer a cactus with a little flower, little
Yeah,
cactus, little cyclops
yeah.
cactus, and a little
And little
puppy
poodle.
dog, a little poodle, a little Pomeranian.
Yeah.
And he's just like, "All right, well, what can you do?" And all the dog can do is pee. Like that's his
Do
only
what a
power.
dog does. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he just doing puppy things.
yeah.
And so that's all he has to battle with. And he gives what is her name? The Bai princess.
Uh, oh, what was her name? I don't. He just
I
kept
don't
calling
know
her
what.
Miss Bai.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Miss Bai. Yeah, I'm gonna say
Yeah,
Miss Bai
yeah.
gives him gives him the work,
Call her Queen
and
Bee.
he has this little. Yeah, the queen bee is doing some snake things. She's
Yeah,
got this snake bite out bite.
yeah.
She's just like
Little Python.
the striking, the way it like the way they imagine some of the stuff is so cool, dude. Like I'm seriously like it is really like out of how you just as a creative person, as a person who
Yeah,
like does like I try to make things like but I have to try to imagine it in my mind before
yeah,
I and you put it on paper and you want to like want it to look a certain way,
yeah.
and very rarely does it imagine it in your head and then you put it on paper and you go,
The artist plight.
it's yeah, it's the artist's plight of trying to like, I have it in my mind, now let's put it on paper, and then you put it on paper and you're like, that's straight up garbage.
That's garbage.
That's garbage. This is not.
Yeah.
This is somebody who has figured it out in their mind, and then they're just like, I'm telling you, they're using AI or
Uh,
something, like you know how
so,
you
yeah,
they're like you can like they're infiltrating the mind, and then
yeah.
now they're able to like just copy and paste that from their mind onto
They got the
paper.
advanced version of the what's that chip
The
that
neural
they made, the
the
Neuralink?
Neuralink,
Yeah.
yes, they're just Neuralinking this anime straight from their brains
Mm.
onto like
Computers.
onto
Yeah.
computers, because it is so cool. The way this like snake comes in and snaps like at us, like almost like I should be wearing
Yeah.
3D goggles and
Yeah.
watching this like, oh,
Oh
like
snap.
it's yeah, dude, it is so cool. And he like this little puppy dog, he's like, all right, let's do this. And the little puppy and the snake go at it. And the snake is like, 1,000 times
Times
bigger than
bigger,
this
yeah.
tiny little puppy dog. But the way he like is controlling him and stuff, oh, it's so cool,
Yeah.
dude. I'm like, I've never been so like I think I felt so weeby about it. Like I was just
Yeah.
like, because
Oh,
I'm
you so
watching this.
cool. Yeah.
Dude, I caught myself like it sucks because I'm having to watch it on my phone
Yeah.
because I was out and about,
Yeah.
and I was like watching it on my phone. I had my phone like this
Yeah.
close to me, and every now and then I caught a reflection of myself in the
The black screens.
in the screen. Yeah, in the screen, in the black screens. And I was like this. I was like, ah. Yeah. Like I'm like, what does it look like to watch me watch this as other people are like walking by and I'm just like, whoa.
No! What that you
I
do?
go, you don't know what this is all
Yeah.
about, dude. Like this is something I want to say. I mean, like I'm not exaggerating here, but this is historic, Jim Angel. We're gonna mark this like time. I don't know when
Yeah.
this came out, but like China has entered the chat, bro.
Yeah.
Like we are like, you know what? Like
China
anime is
spawned
making
in.
it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Korea has
Yeah.
done their thing, and they've created the best anime. right now, like the
Anime of
voted
the
number one
year. Yeah.
anime of the year, and China's like, yeah, right, bro. Okay, yeah, right, bro.
I'll show
I
you
got
anime.
this. Yeah, I'll show you anime. You don't know what anime is. China was like, I've been watching in the wings,
Yeah.
waiting in the jungle to start. The fight is so cool. Like this little cactus, and he's able to control both of them. So he
Yeah.
has like, and she Miss the queen bee is like, oh snap, he's different. Like
Yeah.
this is not LF, or if
Yeah.
it is, the fact that he can control two sprites at the same time
Yeah.
is something special. And he ends up besting her, and with because she kind of gets him a little bit, but then he's able to spawn a little catfish,
Yeah.
and she's like tells him the whole story, like, oh, gives him the background, which is what I love about this show, is like also the way they're storytelling is just very different. They're
Yeah.
not like, the exposition is very light, it's subtle. It's like she just tells him real quick, like they do the flashback and enough, but she
Yeah.
just tells him real quick, like, hey, that catfish,
Ain't no good.
there aren't any
Useless.
catfish anymore. They've
Yeah.
been destroyed, because she gives him the backstory. And but it doesn't feel heavy-handed. It also feels
Mhm.
needed. It's just, it's just a
It's
little
very
different
well
than
placed in.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it is. It's really well placed. And the way his catfish just like takes the snake down, bro, is so cool, man.
Catfish Kirby right there. That's Kirby move.
You know
That's
what?
a
Okay,
Smash
so
Brothers move right there.
it is, it is. I mean, or it's a Mortal Kombat finisher. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like, yeah, this is old school Mortal Kombat
Old school
finisher, and
Mortal
the
Kombat.
cat's like, he's all like, finish him, and the catfish is like, got it,
Devour.
dog. You know what I'm saying?
Hungryality.
Devour it. Yeah, yeah. Yo, this is me at Catfish
Yeah.
Corner in Abilene, Texas, bro. No sauce or nothing. This
Yeah.
catfish takes it down. Uh, I also clocked that there's only one weakness in this Chinese anime, is that they don't know how to draw babies very well. There's a part where there's a
Yes.
baby crying. I was like, "What is
I
that,
was gonna
baby
mention
man?"
that part. Dude, that
What is
face.
that? I was like, "Ugh,
Like, oh
gross."
god, it's a grown
Nah,
man.
come, come back. Let's circle back to this. Like, let's retry
Yeah.
that. That baby is, unless that's him being reincarnated as a man, and he has the start of the baby, but
Yeah.
he looks like a man. Maybe that's what's happening. I
That's a
don't know, but that
That's a
baby,
Benjamin Button baby.
that, was that was a Benjamin Button baby. I love the fact that dog's name is One. It makes me feel seen a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
hey, I got a couple of dogs named Juan. You
I
know what I'm
had to make
saying?
sure
Like,
the translation was right. I was like, did I
yeah,
say what I think it did? It was a one.
yeah. And spelt it like one, like
Yeah.
Juan, not
Yeah.
WAN, like
Yeah.
you would think China. You know,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's Juan, bro.
That's one
Like,
right there.
he's from that boy's from the streets, and you could tell.
Which I like
This
the way
dog.
that he like does his ultimate move for the dog, and the dog
Oh,
just beats on him.
it's it's the R. Kelly finisher, bro.
Yeah.
It's the R. Kelly finisher move. Once a kid, if
Yeah.
R. Kelly was in Mortal Kombat, this would be his finishing
Yeah.
move. The dog straight up
Peace.
pees on this
Yeah.
snake. It worked, kinda. It kinda worked. Let's see here. Dang it, dude. I wrote down here they need to bring YouTube Red back, because watching this Chinese anime on YouTube is killing me with these commercials, bro. Because like like you're having to read it. I'm
Yeah.
reading, and the YouTube commercials don't care about
Yeah.
like breaks
Where
or
you're
like
at, yeah.
transition. No, it's just right in the middle of it, and I'm like, okay, I got to remember what I was reading, and I'm trying to retain it.
Yeah.
And then we get back into the anime, and I'm like, okay, what did I just read? And not only
Get
am I
that
a slow reader, I'm also can't retain it either. Come on. You trying to
gotta get
kill
that
me, YouTube?
premium, man.
Yeah, I gotta get that premium. Bring it back, baby. Yeah, it's kind of funny to see them try to do the chibi thing, but they make it their own, the way they snap back and forth, because she
Yeah.
like has a fit with her brother, and her brother looks like a straight up G, and he's
Oh
like,
yeah.
she's like,
He
you need
rides in
to
on the
avenge.
eagle. It's just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, he's
what's
like,
going on here?
yeah, yeah, yeah. LF got away.
Yeah.
He ate my snake. Go get him.
Yeah.
And he's on the run. And I want to feel like that's probably where we ended a little bit.
Yeah. We ended with them kind of. It's like a dual almost exposition because it's the brother talking
Yeah.
about, oh well, the catfish aren't you, they're useless.
Hmm.
Their only thing is to eat, like to devour. That's all they're good for. Like they
Yeah.
anybody like the only person who could do it was LP, and he's dead. He's the only one that knew the secrets on how to. Like the catfish is useless for everybody else, but you got LF now out here. Is like, all right, talking to the new catfish, like, hey,
Oh
you're gonna
yeah.
do the new version. It's like we failed at the last life. This is our new life. We're gonna do it this
We're gonna try.
time,
We're gonna do better. Yeah, yeah,
and we're
yeah.
gonna do it bigger and better.
Yeah,
Uh,
and he goes, We're gonna eat anything and
yeah,
everything. We're gonna eat it all. Like, let's
all
do
of it.
this.
Yeah, all of it. And then
Dude,
it's dude that even the ending sequence where they show just like the unfinished animation parts, dude.
oh, it looks so good. It is, yeah, I mean, it is. I love the line work. The line work,
Yeah,
like if you see like there's some parts where they're like close up on her face. They have this duel. It's in the like it's all lit by moonlight,
yeah,
and it looks the coloring is so cool, but like the way the sketchy like little hands and
yeah,
drawings and some of that stuff is so good, dude. Like it is you can kind of see their thumbprint on it. Like when I say that, I mean like if you go to like say a museum, an art museum, there are certain artists that you can see the brushstrokes.
yeah,
You can see how like, and as if you look closely, you can see the way they've like colored and the way they've, like layered colors on some of the stuff. And sometimes there's happy accidents. There's a time when someone is like painting something, and maybe they slip, and you can actually see their fingerprints trying to hold
yeah,
the painting up as they're painting or something like that. And you can see the physical hand. You see there's a connection between
yeah,
you and the artist because
yeah,
he's kind of left some of these happy accidents. And I feel like that's what we're getting from some of this, like some of those flashbacks, some of the like, when we see some of his thinking or his life and him like going back and forth, you see
yeah.
like these different way they're coloring like different segments of his life.
Oh,
And it's just like, oh, it's so crisp and clean and beautiful and just like it is, it's everything you love about anime. What do we call this? By the way, all right, that's
yeah.
it. That's what
It's,
we're at. What do we call this? Joe Angel, get us into the facts. Tell me what's going on here.
so I this is gonna be the shortest fact section ever
Okay, okay.
because
Yeah.
it was super. I don't know if it's just because we live where we live here in the states,
Hmm.
and I'm not gonna say anything major implicated, but there's some frenemy stuff going on. We shaking hands, but it's like I'm still gonna watch that other hand. I got my eye on your other hand. I got one hand in here.
Yeah, okay,
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay.
So it was very difficult. I got to look stuff up for this.
It's a
It was a
little,
little bit
this is
hard,
a little, I mean, we're watching
but
this on YouTube, so
yeah,
it feels a little bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
we're this. I got my pirate hat on
yeah.
because we watching this
It's
in pirate
bootleg.
mode, baby.
Yeah. So, but what I could find, so basically, this is Chinese. I believe it's pronounced Donghua. So
Donghua.
Donghua would be what animation is in China. So it's a
Okay.
Chinese Donghua. Um, so from what I can tell, this is actually based off a manhwa. It's pronounced just the same as Korean manhwa, but
Hmm.
I guess it's just they're using different characters, and in English version it's spelled a little different, but its pronunciation is the same. So this was based off a manhwa, which would be a comic, um, and the original artist was Mo, I believe, and
Hmm.
it came out back in 2019, and I believe it's
Okay.
still going on, the manhwa. And so the animation came out in May of this year. So it came out about a good 2 months ago.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's all new.
yeah. And so the studio that animated this was called Big Firebird Cultural. Uh, that's about as much
That's
as I
pretty
can
epic.
think of.
That's epic. That's epic. But I'm wondering though, okay, so you're saying this, do we know that like Japan, I feel like, right, Japan invented this, right? Like the whole like anime,
Yeah, so
like
Japan invented it based off of comics that were brought in from the States during a
from
not so
America,
friendly
right? So like,
time. Yeah.
uh-huh, uh-huh,
And
uh-huh.
so that all that
Yeah,
influence came into what Japanese animation is now. And so
yeah. And so then it seems like, and then the Koreans have kind of have been doing their thing
yeah.
too. So is it safe to say that China is kind of new to it too? Is like a new form for them
Uh,
to like, you think maybe that they're also like, now they're like, okay, well, we're gonna do our own manhwa.
maybe
Like,
it's hard to
I-
say.
it's hard to say
Uh,
because like, because everything's behind a red veil. Like we
yeah,
don't we don't know what China's really doing there.
yeah,
Like unless you were there or you've
yeah,
been there, and you're right, a little bit,
yeah,
right?
a
I
little bit. Yeah,
mean. So I mean, because if they've been enjoying anime like this or
yeah,
Danghua,
yeah.
like,
Like, bruh,
what
let
are
us in, man.
they? Yeah, yeah. Hey, stop gatekeeping. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, stop gatekeeping.
yeah,
I will tell you this though. There's only one weak point to this anime,
yeah,
and it was the exit music.
yeah.
It wasn't it, dog. Like,
The
and
song
it could
wasn't
have
really
just been.
popping. Yeah,
It wasn't popping like you would
yeah,
hope, like a show like this would, like
yeah.
it needed a little bit more,
New more,
like
you know.
a little more pa, 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 pa,
Yeah, yeah,
like, or more sad, you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, like, and I wonder too, it's weird, it's interesting, like they have a different feeling,
yeah,
like the way they interact with each other. I feel like Japanese anime, they're a lot more
yeah,
animated and like
yeah,
very boisterous, very like, colorful, and but this
yeah,
is like, it feels very subdued. They feel like, some action's going on and everything's happening, but everybody's very like, there's a little bit of like, in
yeah. It's
in
a little
Japan,
bit of
like they're like
that kind of
screaming and
like,
yelling.
yeah. There's a little. We get a little bit of that, but for the most part, yeah, it's like
It's
very kind of subtle, kind of
Yeah.
not really serious, but just I guess normal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
feel like extremely cartoony,
yeah,
like whereas in Japan, like, you got people like jumping around and being silly, and
yeah,
like, like there wasn't a whole lot of like silliness.
yeah,
The only silly parts were like whenever, Queen Bee was kind of like in
yeah,
her feels and she
yeah,
becomes like little chibi, and but that it was so quick though, like it was just real
yeah.
fast.
Um, there was that part. There was a part where, in the beginning too, where he's talking to I guess his day oneer, the guy who helped him
Hmm.
bring up their sect. I guess he had a cat. The cat liked him LP more, so there's like a little bit of that kind of
Yeah.
anime, kind of
Yeah. But
like
that's the part
boisterous
I'm thinking
stuff.
about.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
but other than
But it
that,
was
like
still
everything was real kind of like subtle.
it
Not
was
really
still
too
subtle though.
much.
Like that, even that was still like kind of like
Yeah,
subdued. Like that part of
yeah,
it. That's the part I was thinking about, is like he was kind of like that character was watching him like, that's my
yeah,
cat. What are you doing? And but it was still like, I was imagining it like, oh well, if we were
yeah,
watching a Japanese anime, like how much more that would
yeah,
be,
yeah.
and how much
How
like
much more
more.
crazy,
Yeah.
outlandish, yeah,
Hmm.
cartoony.
Hmm.
Yeah,
This was not that. It was not that. And you can feel that.
yeah.
Oh
Uh,
man, dude, this show.
yeah, yeah. Like I
What
said,
else did I miss?
that's
Did I
hard.
miss?
let's see. There's that getting peed on.
Catfish is. Oh, let's see if I
Catfish.
have anything that I just
Uh,
written down here.
there's let's see. Yeah, yeah. So the whole main thing I think with the competition is that they're trying to rank up their sect, and so I guess
Okay.
they were at B rank. So I think they're the whole reason for that I think was so they could go on to the next rank to rank up. And then he tried to pull out his super move, but it ended up not working. And then it had like a different variant form of. So I guess essentially there will probably end up being two sides to it. Which this is where we came in with the backstabbing because he's all like
Yeah.
he's trying to control it, but it's not listening to him. Like I think even before he dies, he says somebody betrayed me or somebody sabotaged me, and so
What
that's
a
part of the main story of this is like him finding out who sabotaged him.
yeah. Who killed?
Yeah,
Who shot him? You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like who?
who did it?
This that
Yeah,
Tupac Shakur. You know what I'm saying? He
yeah.
trying to figure out who double crossed him. What? Okay. How do I watch more of this? Like I need more of this in my life.
Uh, I try to think of the website my bro uses, but I know it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
still on YouTube.
So
There's still
like
more
I
episodes on the
can.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I wonder, and I also wonder, does this stuff get dubbed? And what that would sound like. Because
I
the only way the way that stuff gets dubbed is because Japan and
yeah,
America have this kind of handshake in their like production, and there are production teams that will take the Japanese stuff and go, all right, we're gonna get some like American, translators and all that kind
yeah,
of stuff. But like, if we don't have that kind of open conversation with China, then why would it get dubbed?
yeah.
Like, unless,
As
I
far as
mean,
I
maybe this
know,
is where
I
we
don't.
step in.
Yeah, maybe this is where we. Yeah, this is where we step in.
Hey, this is us.
Like, hey, I can make a voice. You know what I'm
I can
saying?
make a voice. I can make it's dog voice, snake voice. You know what I'm
Yeah, I know
saying?
how to
Like,
bark, bark, bark. I,
I've heard dogs before, baby.
I
I've
don't
heard
know
a
I
dog.
don't know what sound a cactus makes, but I'll try it.
Don't kill me. It's too early in the morning to kill me, bro.
Sure.
Uh,
Uh,
let's guac talk this,
so
dude. What?
not
Oh, go ahead.
English dub, but it is getting a Japanese dub.
I did see. Yeah, no. So if they go to Japanese dub, and then the Japanese be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
let's American dub this thing."
yeah,
It's a couple times
yeah,
removed here. I did see. It was kind of interesting. I looked through the comments in YouTube
yeah,
to see if I could figure out something like what is
yeah.
happening. I need to find some more of this, and somebody was like, "Can I get the French subtitles?"
Since-
Because if you go in there, you have to like click on like
Yeah, man, and you
closed
put your
captions.
captions and stuff. Yeah,
Yeah, and they don't
French.
have like certain languages yet, and they don't have French in this. And I'm like, oh snap! Like that's why I keep thinking like, gosh, this feels like it's barely like they're barely
Yeah,
doing this. Like they're barely like
barely
this is
letting it out the gate. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. That's what it feels like. It feels like somebody's like barely like we're having to bootleg this to get this
yeah.
out of China or something. I don't know, but it feels very new,
So
and
it's a
they
strategic move they're doing. They're playing chess right now.
they
They're playing
really are,
chess.
man. I mean, they're
Like
they're
what, we're
starting
gonna
with the
move.
kids.
We'll move this right here to get people to. Oh snap! What's he doing?
Dude, they're trying to butter us up
Yeah.
for, causing COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're sorry about that bat. Here's a little show you might like, and I'm like, okay, what bat, bro? I love this show. All right, let's guac
All
talk
right.
this. We're
All
done
right.
with
Yeah. So,
it.
all right. Let's go talk.
Guac talk this show, man. This show. Am I? Let's have a rat-a-tat. Let's have
Little.
a little
Bit,
conversation here, John Joel. Is this some of the best anime you've seen, or am I just
I would.
so?
so new and so
Yeah, yeah, so
uninformed.
fresh. And then like I'm like a little baby boy seeing
Yeah,
lights and colors for the
you know
first
what
time.
I'm
Like,
saying?
oh
That little
snap!
baby in the beginning, see,
I'm a little Benjamin Button over
little
here,
Benjamin
just like,
Button up
oh,
there. Uh, Animation wise, like the way it looked, this is like I would
top
put this
tier.
up there as one of the top tier animes I've seen. Uh, like I said, I watched more of this into it. I still need to finish it. I think there's 12 episodes. I'm not sure right now, but
Okay.
yeah, like so far as of right now, with everything else compared to everything else I've seen, this is like up there, and like I would give it uh, a high A tier, almost S tier.
Yeah, right? Like
Yeah,
I'm talking like solo leveling,
yeah.
like Don to Don,
If
like
this was up against solo leveling, oh yeah, this definitely would have taken it. Like,
right? Isn't that
yeah,
crazy? That's where I'm at with it
yeah,
too. I just feel like this is like another level. Like everything that Japanese anime is doing, or even Korean and manhwa and all that kind of stuff,
yeah.
like what they're doing, they're also doing it, but also like I really do feel that it's the whole like they have more hands or more people,
Oh,
more production. Like they're just like throwing everything at this and doing everything right. I mean,
yeah,
it really felt like I was watching something special. Like, oh, this is to make something look like this takes a lot of work.
yeah,
And for it to sound like this and all this stuff, it takes a lot of work. And it just feels like either there was a lot of people working on this or they spent a lot of time on it.
yeah,
And it could be both because that's what it feels like.
yeah.
I mean, the
There's a lot
story,
of
the way that's written, the characters, the dialogue, it didn't
yeah.
feel cheesy and it just like it
It
feels
was,
so good. Like
and it feels like a very easy one to get into. Like it doesn't seem
yeah,
that hard to get somebody into this. Like
I knew it was even though I didn't know immediately like initially what was happening,
yeah,
it was not too far-fetched for me to go, okay,
yeah,
there are some people they can do these things.
yeah.
It was
It, it is like
it
fantasy esque.
yeah,
You know, we've seen like it has like feels like it has magic and stuff. People have seen Harry Potter, love Harry Potter. You had the
yep,
big birds flying. You mean we saw
yep,
that in Lord of the Rings at the end,
yep.
you know? Like
Mm-hmm,
so it
mm-hmm,
has
mm-hmm.
all those kind of fantasy feels that people have grown accustomed to and used to.
It's
I think
familiar.
yeah, having all that into it, I think will make this anime very easy to like have a big following, which it has. Like it's gotten a lot of good positive reviews and stuff.
I mean, very accessible.
Yeah.
Everything that I read from, like, there wasn't one thing, because I just scrolled. There's like thousands of comments
Yeah.
on YouTube, and everything that I read was just like,
Yeah.
holy crap, this is amazing, amazing, amazing. Everybody's just
Yeah.
like 5 stars, just like the most likes, everything, just to
Yeah.
the whole thing. And I'm right there with it. I was like,
Yeah. Like
like,
another one.
just
Another one.
yeah, another one, just hearts, just like I'm just like smashing the like button,
Yeah.
like the way they're asking. This is the
Yeah.
first time I've ever smashed the like button, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't interact with the internet.
Yeah.
I just watch like
Yeah. From the
from the
stand.
shadows.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I got the seat in the back because I don't want to
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
I want to be the
Uh,
first one out so I can don't have to deal with the traffic.
yeah, yeah. I'm Shia LaBeouf up
Yeah.
in the balcony watching Shia LaBeouf
Yeah.
and just like
Clap.
hardcore clapping,
Yeah.
but like, up in the balcony.
Yeah.
This right here, baby, I'm like, I might be in the front row seat whenever this thing hits
Oh
like
yeah.
theater or whatever, dude. Like it
Oh yeah.
is top tier. I mean, you could hear it in the voice. If I were to give this one out of
1 out of 5 catfish. How many
one out
catfish?
of five catfish, how many am I frying up? Put a
Yeah.
little butter, maybe a little
Same.
tartar sauce. I'm eating all of it, dude. It's
Yeah.
five. It's five. There's no question about it. This thing is 5 stars, five catfish,
Yeah.
down the hatch, no water, just
No
like,
water. Good.
yeah, like I'm just doing it, dude. Like this thing is T to B, top to bottom, top tier.
Yeah. Top.
And I'm gonna try to find some more of this, and I will recommend it to people I will sing its praises. I will forgive China for all its, you know.
All of a sudden,
I mean, how much is this costing us? Do we have to pay tariffs to watch this? Is that what's happening here?
I have no
I
clue.
mean, I need to talk to somebody and say like, "Hey, man, get this from out behind the paywall." You
Yeah,
know, like, look what they got. Look what they can give
yeah.
us. What about you? Where are you at this? 1 out of 5 catfish.
1 out of 5 catfish. I would give this.
You've watched more of it too, so you can go
Yeah,
ahead
I
and let
watched more
that
of it.
be 3, 4,
I'll give
2.
this a 4.5. Only because I'm
Okay.
comparing it to everything else that I've seen and love. So, but like I said,
Yeah.
it is highly up there for me. Because I
Yeah.
do have, like I said, I already have my likes and dislikes. I have my prefers stuff that I
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
This
but in
is
all
like
that, yeah,
what do you say? It would be like in comparison,
say
like a
it's oh man. So
was it seinen-ish?
comparison, I would probably say maybe a shonen.
Yeah.
Maybe shonen, just because it's
It's
like the fight
shonen.
sequence. Not really an isekai because he just reincarnated uh in the same world. But it is it's like it is the fantasies, the action.
Hmm.
Um
I'm trying to think what we equate this to. Like, what other show would we
Ooh.
kind of compare this to if I were to tell somebody else like, okay, well, it's kind of like
Have you seen
this.
Pokemon? Have you seen Avatar the Last Airbender? Have you watched Lord of the
Yeah, yeah,
Rings? Watch this.
yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
I
I do see a lot of
mean,
people comparing it to Pokemon with the aspects of having the pets fight each other. So it's
yeah,
like a lot of people heavily reference Pokemon to it.
I mean, it's a good place to come in on when, especially
Yeah.
when it's so hot, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
So
so hot.
keep it hot. Keep it
Keep it
hot,
hot.
China. Like in Texas, baby. You
Yeah,
know, this thing is coming in hot. We're hot. We're all ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
know,
keep it
keeping it
hot,
hot,
baby.
keeping it fresh, keeping it cool, keeping it liking, guys. And with those likes, give us those likes as well at Anime, where you can find us on YouTube, on Spotify, Podbean, SoundCloud, wherever you listen to us, wherever you watch us. Give us those likes, give us those 5 stars, drop those comments, recommendations everywhere. And also go visit us at our website, anime-me.com, where you can find not only this episode, but all of our other episodes that we have out there, guys. Because we are 2 weeks away from our 100th episode, y'all. Two, almost there. 100. Coming in hot. It's coming
They
in
don't
hot.
know it. Yeah,
They
yeah.
don't
That
know.
keeping it hot. Keeping it
Keeping
hot.
it hot, keeping it hot, keeping it fresh, guys. Well, with that, I've been Joel with my co-host Sal, and we will see you on the next one. Laters.
Peace.
これはアニメミーでした。これから帰国の旅を始めます。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Oh
Continental breakfast,
man,
dog.
dude. I wish. I wish I had. That's what I need. I'm in a. Let's just say it's probably like this place does not run on star ratings, dude. It's like did you die last night?
Did you die
Are
last night?
you
Are you alive though?
are you alive though? Let's just say I can't tell you where I am, Giorgio, but because I'm on a secret mission
Man,
to find the greatest
piece of
piece
fried
of fried
chicken.
chicken.
You
Yup.
got the you got
Notice
the
the hat.
classic disguise on, hat,
I
sunglasses.
mean, I could be on a mission for that
No, saying
two piece and a biscuit.
2 piece and a biscuit.
It does look kind of funny though, because I got my headphones on and like the string going
It
down.
looks
Like
like
it looks a little. I'm
That's
just the island
hilarious.
boy. You
It's
know what I'm
the
saying? Like
island boy.
what
What they
happened to
doing
them
right
island
now,
boys?
man? I
You
think
know,
one of
I
them
miss
got knocked out in
hearing
a fight.
they were just done. He got punched so hard he was just like
Uh,
pushing. I got punched into retirement, boy.
yeah. I got punched off the island.
Just just one island boy left,
One left,
waiting to
man.
waiting in the trenches to get punched off that
Oh
island.
yeah.
Okay, you know what? Let me grab my coffee and
All
I'll
right.
be good.
All right.
Oh, snap. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, boy.
Hey, what do you think? I always put this in landscape, but is it better for us to be in portrait?
Uh, well, whenever you're in portrait, it tells me to tell you to go in landscape. So,
Like ready,
yeah.
do it, hey,
You're
this
like,
this
hey,
ain't Sal.
tell him, tell him landscape.
Tell him that I got this. Hey, you don't even know how rigged this system is, dude. This mug is.
I don't even know if it's gonna pick it up. Now you're just sideways.
No, you're sideways. What are you
You're
talking
sideways.
about? Wait.
Hey, we'll do it like
Oh,
it's fine. We're
we'll
good.
do it live,
We'll
bro.
do it live. Oh man.
Alright.
I
Yeah, boy. I am
yeah.
100% not ready, but ready.
Not ready, but ready. Long
Hmm.
week. That's all I did.
Long week. I am, uh, I won't take for granted that, not that everybody gets to go on vacation, so I won't
Yeah.
talk about it during the podcast. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna just breeze right past it. Like, oh, just Sal's is
Yeah.
in his back room. They'll
Yeah.
not think something's up with his hat,
Yeah.
but
He was
maybe they'll
like
just
that
think, oh
hat.
well, he's
That's a
just it's
vacation hat.
in yeah, in honor of
It's,
Luffy. Luffy was
yeah.
never on
Styles in his
vacation,
One
but he
Piece phase
always
right now.
I mean, hey, I finally watched 600 episodes and it got good.
600 in.
Now 600 in, and I'm like, okay, this is me after watching, those
Yeah.
the video. This is me after watching
2 weeks after watching One Piece.
One Piece.
600 episodes after watching One Piece.
This is me. This is me after 600 episodes of watching One Piece. Um,
I broke a tooth last week.
no,
I
bro.
finally get to go today later on to go get it fixed.
Get it fixed. Oh,
Yeah, like this
you
whole
know,
week's
I
just
hate the
been
dip.
long, man. It's like, oh
Meh.
gosh, because
Well,
like right
here you
here,
are.
it's like all I can feel like right here in the side of my neck
Mm.
too, like right in that part. So it's just like,
We, hey, we're getting to that age, bro. We gotta like
mhm. Body's falling
everything
apart,
is
man.
just it. It
That
just
check engine light's been on for a while.
we just like don't look. We just
Oh,
like
look.
this. Like we're
Yeah,
driving
just
this old
put tape
car.
over it. Just put tape over it. It'll be
Hey,
fine.
you know what I'm saying? Like I looked at the engine. I
Yeah,
checked it.
it looked
I went
good.
over there.
It looked like an engine.
Check it. Check. It's there. It says, looks like an engine. Sounds like an
Yeah,
engine. Let's get on.
you know.
We still rolling, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like we're still rolling.
Oh yeah, still rocking. All right.
Hey, you go see that baby metal?
Doc.
Where'd you go see baby metal?
Oh my gosh, it's been 2 weeks now. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
in Irving.
Has it been 2 weeks? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw they were on tour
yeah,
because I was in what was I saying? I was in Houston
yeah,
and they
yeah. They
were
went to Houston
gonna
first, and then they
hmm
went to Irving. I
yeah.
think
I
where
was
they
like,
now?
that's they're making a
Dude,
full on tour, but was it dope or what?
oh, dude, I'll be man enough to say I was crying. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's not you wait like this.
Right. As soon as their set started, like when they were about to come in, I was like yelling hardcore, but I could feel the tears streaming down. It was
Oh,
all like,
snap, dude.
bruh,
You were like, I'm
finally.
finally doing it. I'm
Yeah.
finally seeing them
Yeah.
in person.
Yeah. I was like, I needed three of me to be there. So I was like, I need one of me videos and photos, one of me just to be up front watching, the other one being in the pit. Cause I was all over the place there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, there's not enough. I have not enough attention for all of it
for
that you
all of
need.
it. Yeah, that I needed.
Yeah,
But
dude.
yeah, it
That's
was
cool.
good. Yeah, I was 30 jokes. I I was listening. I had my shuffle playlist going, and
Uh-huh.
one of their songs came on. It was a song they played too. I
Hmm.
instantly started like big cheesing, tearing up because
Cause
it's
you
like
knew.
I was there. I was there for that. Dude,
That's
so
cool,
good.
man. Oh, dude. That's always like the most like rewarding thing is to like you go, man, I just like listen to these guys or these
Yeah,
girls like whenever I'm getting ready in the morning or whenever I'm driving, and then now you're like it's a surreal thing to see them play it live and you
yeah.
go, it's a whole nother level.
Dude,
If they're
oh,
good at their show, which
yeah.
I bet they put on
Oh,
a great show.
dude, they're safe. Dude, their performances are awesome.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's
I
just
thought
like
it looked
when I listen.
crazy.
Yeah, dude, it was wild. It's just like when I listen to Me Without You now. I just remember
Hmm.
when me and the Mioses went for that last show. It's just like, oh man, never
This is
again,
it.
man. This is it.
Hmm. Special moment.
Special moments, guys.